Alright.
And then you attach a feather to it, and there you go, you have a bolt. So yeah, they're a lot easier to make. Let's see my tab here. My double rune crossbows here. Then I'm gonna go take and, yeah, I have all my tabs. I'm a little OCD here. I have different tabs. My mining tab, my smelting tab, my woodcutting tab, my fletching tab, crafting tab, food tab. Yeah, you know, them lobsters, 337 lobsters. Let's see. Plus I use urns for those. Okay, still got, okay, yeah, let's take a look at the price of these bars real quick. Oh yeah, 7,224 coin per bar. So that's about what, that's 200 of them is about 1.4 million coin. Whew. Of course, you always want to get your highest ore box possible. There's a gem bag here. Alright, I'm gonna need one space open, so go back at it again. Hammer again. Make more bolts. You know, there's another game called Albion online, but I couldn't get into it. That was alright. It's a cross. It's a, I don't know, Albion, it's a cross between RuneScape and Age of Empires. The way the graphics and playstyle set up, that's kind of, but you can't switch up your styles on there. You can't go from a bow to a dagger like you can on here.
It's okay, puppy. We'll go for a walk. Yeah.
Motorsack Jasper! Where you heading? Where you going? You're moving forward, I see. On the road again.
My dog watched my every move, no matter what. If I moved a little bit to the left, he'll watch. He'll look around. He's like a cat, you know? It's sort of interesting.
I was like, when is this guy gonna get off this computer and take me for a walk?
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Well, I'm still in bed. I got this cozy duvet. Keeps me warm. There's something to be said about being lazy on the weekends. Yeah, you can stare at and hammer all day on a computer, and I can just chill out and I'll be getting up soon. I gotta make some coffee, have some cereal, do some laundry. I gotta get productive, baby. And then I gotta head to the gym. Gotta get my pump on. So, Black Neo, you could technically walk away, couldn't you? I mean, this guy's just hammering on a anvil all day. You know, just select what you want, hammer away, and just go walk the dog, or just, you know, head to the gym, man. Just automate it.
Well, it is to a point. To a certain extent, yeah, it is. But as soon as you're done, it'll do it for a while, but then it'll eventually go away. So.
You know what I should do today? I should power up. I should power up. I should have a power-up breakfast. What do you say, guys? Bacon, eggs, toast, cheese, some lovely fresh-made coffee. Yeah, it's time to protein up, boys.
I would say if you really want to go all out, do some steak and eggs, steak, egg, and toast.
Yeah, some bacon wrapped filet. That'd be nice, but I don't have any. But yeah, eggs will do. Now, should I have boiled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, or should I do like sunny side up or sunny side down? Or should I just make a BLT sandwich with an egg? Choices.
So it triggers them suddenly feel weakened once they realize the torture be slowly tortured by demons. Spiritually beaten, if you're spiritually defeated, and you feel like you might suffer with the hardest and the heathens. But it's gnashing of the teeth, but it's weeping and it's screaming, cause you rejected the gospel that the preacher man was preaching. Salvation is at hand, ain't no time, no other fence. Hey, it should be the day that you repent.
Where you off to, Motorsag? Jesper! Where you going, bro? You're heading down the highway in Norway. Hey, boy.
Good morning, guys. Morning, Jasper. It's been forever since I've seen you. Hope you're doing good. I'm rolling down the highway, too. I'm headed home from work. Woohoo! I do weekend overnight. So, yeah, it's my paid exercise program.
Oh my God, what's all this talk about work? It's the weekend! It's time to sleep in! Stay cozy in your comforter, your duvet. Make breakfast. Chill out. Do nothing.
Yeah, I can do that now once I get home. It's a 45, 50-minute drive home. But I worked midnight to 8, so I'll be in my pajama 30 stage in less than a half hour. Woohoo!
That is just not right. An hour to 2 hour commute to a job. Oh my God. Kill me now. It's got to be less than 20 minutes for me, or it's not worth it.
Well, unfortunately, yeah, I'm a security officer, so the position I was able to get into only has needs for up in the city that I work in, so I have to commute. It is what it is until I find something better. But man, gas costs so much money, and then for some reason, I don't know if it's additives that they put in fuel in the winter, or if it's just the vehicles run the gas out more, but it costs a lot more in the winter a week than it does in the summertime.
Sorry about that. I'm back. Just had to use the restroom and stuff.
Takes me 18 minutes to get to work. I burn minimal gas.
That's not bad at all. 18 minutes on a good day. It's good. Traffic, right? Do you go in there in the mornings or do you do it in the afternoons? Afternoons. Okay, so you don't have to deal with the major traffic except for picking up the kids. Oh, okay. So you're like 3 to 11 or 3 to 12, right? That kind of shift. It seems like 25% is a new percentage now. If you known that, for 25, like the year is 25, the percentage on the tariffs is 25. It's like everything is 25 nowadays.
In the year 2025. I haven't heard that song that's like that. Well, it would be 2525. Yeah, I made it more real.
Real. I like that. Phoenix, got a question for you. So I know. Are you just getting in to work, or are you just getting off of work? Because you probably did an overnight shift, right? So have you noticed in the hotels at like 5 a.m., that's when the chefs come in, and the whole place smells so good, doesn't it? All that bacon and eggs and everything. It smells great.
You keep on thinking I work at hotels or Waffle House. I work at a medical facility.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm on the road headed home. Yeah, I work, on the weekends I work midnight to 8. And then through the week, usually my shifts start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So,
Yeah, it's basically like 11 to 7, but now it's 12 to 8. It's sort of, it seems like they just want you to get that full 8 hours. Do you get a 30-minute break or you get an hour lunch or hour break?
I get a half hour, but it's paid, because if there's an emergency and I get a call, I have to just drop my food and run.
Right.
But on the weekend overnight shift, I'm by myself, so I take my breaks whenever I want to, in between the tours and stuff. So, when I'm not like having to do stuff inside, and I just sit out my car and do whatever I want to.
Yeah, it was like that when I used to work in the refineries. I was always on call 24/7. Especially the cooling towers. So you know how to make sure those cooling towers are always running. As if one cooling tower went down, those process units could overheat. They can blow like a lid, like a top.
No, well, for her instance, since it's overnight shift, there's always one rover on duty, meaning the person that's supposed to give her a break. So let's say she takes her break at it's supposed to be a rover overnight, usually, but not all the time. Rover is it's like a floater for for Walmart. They'll just go around, give everybody their breaks, and then they cover that post or that spot for them until they come back. within that 30-minute range. However, if they need backup or something happens within that spot, then they'll call you right away to stop your lunch or stop whatever you're doing and come help me with this real quick. And then you can go back to your lunch, if anything. So that's what rovers are supposed to do. Give people their breaks. Especially for a 12-hour shift. The main thing is always have coverage, no matter what. That's the main goal. And always stay alert or stay awake. Because the moment you fall asleep on your shift is the moment where you're gonna get fired. And it always happens. So that's why it's very crucial to have like a podcast or music or some kind of stimulation to keep you going. And that's why I just go on Runescape or something. Because gaming takes time and energy. So it's like, all right, if I do this for a while and then hop on Pal Talk for a bit and talk, it'll be a lot easier, you know what I mean? But that's just what I do. But if I don't have to work, you know, then it's different. But you do that after your briefing. Your briefing is basically that hour, or that not briefing. Briefing is for like 10 minutes normally. Tell you what's going on for tonight, tell you what to expect, special guests or anything for the event, like that kind of stuff. But that's event security. That's different. What Phoenix is doing is just a medical place that needs security just in case something happens. They're already there. They can call 911 or they can get a report from it right then and there. So whenever the paramedics or something happens, they're the ones that's ready right there. They can give the information. But yeah, that's the main goal for having security. In case you get breaking and entering, somebody steals something, it's always great to have somebody that reports something to the bosses or something that's going on. That way, they can protect your assets. Mic free.
Nah, it was, I guess you could say I was kind of somewhat of a supervisor. So I got 3 raises. I was started at the time, which was good pay. I was at almost $20 an hour at that time. Well, no, what we would do, we would go in and we would basically just, we did work on cooling towers. We would replace materials and do maintenance on them, and of course, sometimes we would alternate. We would do hull watch, fire watch, things like that.
Yeah, what I used to do, especially for the convention center, is the fire watch, because they like to, in case there's a fire or something that happens with the haze of, like they don't have the haze for like the smoke for the strobe lights or whatever the case may be, or something like that. They want that effect. So the person for like an hour or hour before would I'll say, all right, before they come in here, we'll test it, see that tell the commanders, or the fire department to make sure there's no, don't trip it with the fire, you know what I mean? Because if it does, then, the sprinklers will come on and then everything will get soaking wet. So then all appliances will get wet and everything else. So that's why it's good to have uh, the fire department on standby just in case. But prevention. But yeah, because in any event, there's always gonna be the fire department, paramedics on standby. Especially if it's like over 5,000 people. So, and like there's like nowhere to park at all. Like it sucks. You have to use a whole different place to park. And for employees, you have to get a bus, a shuttle bus, from one place to another. It's crazy. The Gartner show was the Gartner supply chain, right? So they had like all that finance and analyst and logistics of a companies like Google. There's like FedEx office. There's like all those big office chains that they have. Uber and there's always those financial places as well. So they all have those marketing. It's like a marketing day basically. Go around, see what they had to offer, just so investors could get a why should you choose us versus another company kind of thing. So it's a big convention like thing, and it's hectic. It can be hectic because people, you know, anything could happen at any second, give or take.
Well, guys, I'm getting ready to pull up to my house, and I'll be booted off because I'll be kicked over onto Wi-Fi, and it's time for pajamas and maybe some breakfast and fresh coffee. So I might be back around later. If not, I'll catch you sometime soon. Have a great day or night.
You too, Phoenix. It's great to see you or hear from you. I'm glad you're gonna make it home and eat something. And you said coffee? No, take yourself to bed, Missy. No coffee for you, unless it's decaf. Wait, Phoenix, before you leave, I gotta tell you something. So I did a 12-hour shift, right? From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I was driving, right? I didn't see the, I was driving that morning with that morning traffic. There was a U-turn, sign that says no U-turn, right? I didn't see it. That cop saw me, and I made a U-turn to go onto the freeway, and I got pulled over. But the luck of my security shirt, I had a security shirt and everything on, and my badge is right there. He let me go with the warning, but he says, you know, pay more attention. I apologize. I just did a 12-hour shift, and I you know, like, I use it to my advantage, you know. And but at the same time, I'm like, I apologize for the inconvenience. I'm like, I did not see that sign, and I'm sorry. And then they're like, oh, it's okay, you're free to go. But count your blessings, Phoenix.
Okay, but what was the question?
Oh,
Anyway, I gotta get in there. Have a good day. Oh, good, Aggie. I'm glad you're safe. If you have to get out, be careful. It's supposed to rain maybe tomorrow here. So, Yuck, or Tuesday or something like that. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Love, peace, and harmony.
Peace in the Middle East. That's what I used to say. Hey Aggie, I gotta tell you something. So earlier today, Horde was in here, and he was being ignorant and arrogant. He was on the mic, kept on slurring, kept on saying derogatory words and names. I gave him a warning. I told him to stop. He continued on doing it. And yes, I did bounce him, but I saw that you unbounced him. But I wanted to tell you the reason why I did that is because he basically said to go kill my mom, my family member, and that was a huge no-no. So I took it personal, and he really disrespected quite a few other people in this room. And it was Setsuko here, it was Nefarion here, and he was just being belligerent. His name was Horde. I thought was not enough. He kept on spamming, he kept on being rude towards other people, and it was getting out of control.
Yeah, he was being a complete douchey. Talking about everybody should go get rid of their children and get rid of their parents, and I don't know. And you're just going off like a crazy person. I don't know. Though he does a little bit of trolling sometimes. Yeah, Horde, he's being a complete douchey.
I've been here. I know what you did. I know what he did. Okay? It's not a big deal. Most people do not follow those basic rules. It says startable. That means we can be tolerant enough not to impose the rules. So most admins are flexible. They don't doubt people who do not follow rules. They commit, doubtable offenses, but most admins leave them alone, right? If they do not cross or do not go too far. Holder makes a great contribution, but sometimes it spreads a toxic, energy like everybody else. So he has to swear. He has to say some things that are real destructive. In there, done that. the way we impose, you know, rules is very important. If you're triggered, the way you enforce the rules can look kind of nasty. It can be a personal attack. It can be even a bounce, even though there is, you know, no bounce, or there is a no bounce rule. So you did not control your emotion. He did not control his emotion. I have watched all of that, but I try not to bring it up. But you brought it up, so I'm responding to you. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's move on. Oh, I got killed, almost killed 3 times. The wind, you know, the strong wind forced me and my bike to a floor. Wow, it was a close call. 3 times. Oh my. Cars were behind me. So a car almost hit me. Wow, 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 wow. So I decided to go home. I came home. Wow, scary. So the rain block should be should be reinstalled or something. A lot of work tomorrow. After the rain stops, I will fix it. Wow, man, life is tough, real tough. I know. I watch, TV documentary called Extreme Job. A lot of people, are at a risk of being killed, but they keep working to survive, right? Wow. My job is not an extreme job. Maybe your job is not an extreme job either, but you can, something horrible may happen to you. Everything can be possible. What is dangerous? What is safe? Is there a comfort zone in life? Yes, there is. But comfort is guaranteed in the comfort zone without it, don't you? Hey, some people say, don't ride a motorbike, buy a car. Even though you are in a car, you can get killed anytime. The weather, the conditions, all sorts many problems. Physical problems, financial problems, mechanical problems, weather problems. Holy cow. But I don't want to die now. So I gotta. You cannot solve all the problems. Most problems cannot be solved, but there are some problems you can solve. So one by one, go slow. I think I made the right decision. I mean, coming home. No more work. But tomorrow I have to take a risk again to survive. Like all those people who are struggling to survive at extreme jobs. That's what it is. I'm off the mic.
Aggie, are you taking a shit or you masturbating? What the fuck's going on, man? I don't know what the hell you've been saying for the last 20 minutes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I know. People like that, one, stay for long. That's why I did not doubt him. He ran away. A lot of people behave in the same manner, right? Holy cow. Move on because, we have a douchebag, a lovely douchebag, Sarah. What's up, Sarah?
Good morning, Eggy. How are you? Yeah, move on, people. Stop fighting. It's too early for that. I was thinking I have a meeting, church meeting. I don't want to go. I don't want people shouting, telling me things. I really don't want to hear it. So I'm bringing church to my house. Is that okay, guys? So yep. Yeah, please don't shout. All week has been inspection, shouting, a lot of crazy stuff. I can't take it. I'm drinking coffee. Cheers to you guys. Kiki, how are you? Amen. Hi, Black. How are you? Good morning. How are you? Cheers to you. Cheers. Cheers to your coffee. We having espresso coffee with gelato, like coffee ice cream. And then, yeah, you have to have. Cheers, Kiki. Cheers to you. It's only you, right? Yeah, I have to. Well, it's my birthday. Eggy, my birthday is soon. Yeah, I'm happy. I get to see 47. Some people didn't make it, and I'm still here, right? Yeah. What do you mean sorry? It's nothing to be sorry. It's my birthday month. Tell me happy birthday, Aggie. Oh, you mean the people didn't make it? Yeah, I know. It happened, right? Yeah, oh, even walking sometimes is rough, Aggie.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry for your accident, Iggy.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Johnny.
I was gonna say you got to be careful though. I'm speaking as a woman, because me, myself, and I had an online stalker back in Yahoo. And he would not leave me the fuck alone. And he would say shit and do shit. It made me so creep the fuck out. He would say like, "I'm outside your window. I'm watching you." He followed me from room to room. He created like 100 IDs to follow me and shit. This went on for a few years. And thank God he never knew where I lived. But I mean, I could always spot him out in the crowd. He had a certain way he said things and typed. And he was insanely jealous if I talked to a man. It was fucking creepy. So you have to be careful with the attention you do get on these damn programs. You know what I mean?
Or any tell women, one of the advisories to women when they go to a foreign country, especially like India or a Muslim country, you know, a country that doesn't have the same values or culture that we have, to not make eye contact, because something just talking to a guy innocently like you do in the States, just like, hey, how you doing, or making eye contact, could give them the wrong impression, and then they think you like them, and then when they make a play and then you reject them, then you might get raped because they don't like rejection, and they think, you know, you're, and then they don't have any respect for, you know, Western women anyway. So yeah, you got to be careful when you're out in the world, you know, who you talk to, who you make eye contact. You know, don't smile too much because you could send the wrong message.
He didn't like when I would cuss. He would say, "If I get a hold of you, I'm going to clean up that dirty mouth of yours." I mean, he would say stupid shit like that. He made IDs of me. He made, because he lived in Texas. No less. He lived in Texas. And he made an ID. It said Texas dad and North Carolina mom. It was so creepy. This motherfucker was.
He wanted to marry you.
Thank God he never knew my info, or he would have been here at my door. Thank God. And he finally, I don't know what happened to him, if he started stalking another woman, but he finally, after I started like threatening him, saying, "If you don't leave me the fuck alone, I'm gonna contact the police and shit," then he finally backed off. But he fucking stalked me for a couple years. Like, he would not leave me the fuck alone.
So, Classy, I assume you weren't at Duchess's thing last night. I went to go see, and I'm sure Callie will tell you all about it, but this is, you talk about gross. She got there and said the room's staying open. The reason that she was having a tough time was she went through some health issues. And rather than say that, this is no lie. If I'm lying, I'm dying. She went in, proceeded to say to the room, 130 people, "Well, I'm bleeding down there, and you know my periods were lasting for 21 days," and start talking about what the clots look like and the size. And I was really getting grossed out. I mean, I couldn't believe it. She got zero class to me.
See, that's a Southern thing, because, you know, I don't know if it's a Texas thing, but maybe it's a Southern thing because you're offended by it. I don't like when women get vulgar like that. And I would, you know, if I marry a woman, she's going to have to, if she's not already, she's going to have to clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to hear that. If it's a bunch of women, you know, having lunch, that's different. But guys, we don't want to hear that. I had a daughter. I don't even want to know she even has a period.
Who are we talking
Right.
about?
Duchess of Chat.
You know, I was just having. I used to think she was normal-ish.
By the way, not to interrupt, but you called that, Classy. You said that room wasn't gonna.
Yeah,
She wasn't gonna close it.
I did. Yeah.
Class, Callie would tell you more. I mean, then people were talking about telling jokes about Maxi Pad. I mean, it was stupid, stupid, stupid. So why is my
But
name
you
room?
know,
Mine?
well, you should have trusted your instincts initially, Classy, because remember you guys had a falling out, and then you were apologetic for her behavior, right? Because right, and then I don't remember all the gory details, and now you're starting to see another side of her. I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't know where you're going with
Oh,
that, but
is this when she did your PI? Nope, I have not been back. Diligent. So,
no, she.
what
I
just
don't
happened
remember what it was
recently?
over. You were surprised that she did my PI. I remember that, but no, it was something before that. That
She
you were
allowed
just.
liberal to dot conservatives, right? I mean, he went nuts that night. And so we always had this thing for the most part where admins would call each other out and whisper for the sake of free speech. And he was protected and it went on and on. And so I never went back on that. You either stand for something or you don't.
True.
When you say I was good, like, it wasn't a forgiving thing. I think, so this is how I feel. They have an in-person friendship, maybe more than that. It
No,
seems like
that
more than
came
that.
after. That's something recent. That's a
Oh.
recent development. No, this was early on. I can't really recall. Let me think about it.
No, I
There
never
was
had a
something.
falling out. No, this was my
Okay,
first
maybe it
falling
was
out.
Okay, well, maybe it was the right wire. Maybe that's what I'm
Oh,
thinking
that
about.
one, absolutely. Yep. And this is kind of the same thing. You know, I have a hard time going back. Obviously, it's chat, you know. I'm very forgiving. It's chat and move on. But when somebody like just shows you who they are in that sense, I just,
Oh no,
I don't
man. It's kind of crazy.
Callie also told me that she pulled a Mikey. She's abandoned Trump now. Over the Zelensky thing, which all the Trump people are loving it, she didn't like it, and now went to the other side.
Well, see, that's the deal because you don't. I can't speak for everybody, but my values are so conservative and so grounded in what I believe that I don't understand somebody who doesn't have that kind of conviction. It's going to take something really big to get me, for example, I support Trump. You'd have to do something really egregious. You don't just like switch. And even if I got disappointed in Trump, I would still be conservative. I would still defend the right. I even defend Republicans.
I think it's all
But
based on them, right? Because you don't want to stop persuading. That's the thing. Do you want to be right or do you want to persuade them? And that's on them at that point if they're open to, the dialogue going back and forth. Because that's how I became a conservative.
yeah, but here's the thing. I hear of people becoming hang on, my thing's breaking. I hear of people becoming conservative, but rarely does somebody go from conservative to liberal. Do you know what I mean? So I could see a Democrat becoming a Republican, but it's very rare for a Republican to become a Democrat.
Right.
I don't know
No, I
if
agree
you know
with
what I
you
mean?
there. No, I agree with you there. I think it's because they just didn't know, or they're not educated on policy. It's almost like they're following a football team.
The other thing that really impressed me about that whole scenario is not only did they tell him to get the hell out of there, but JD, him and Trump obviously have enough connection that JD knew to take the stage and just blast him. You know what I mean? That made me feel really good. I feel like they're definitely a team.
So
On
I watched
Friday,
Body Language. Go ahead.
he became the Rust Belt warrior for 2028. It took that staging right there to just put
Right.
him in the lead on 2028. Sorry.
Yeah, and I watch body language because I'm a people watcher. And I don't know if you go watch that at the very end, Boy Friday, after it's over, he reaches over and pats Trump on the arm or on the shoulder. Right? Did you see that? It's like
Yes, yes, yes.
it's like he's like supporting him and saying, you did great, and don't let this bother you. We'll get it next time, right? I don't know. It's kind of a man thing when you tell your buddy, you have that camaraderie, and you're like, you know what, you'll get them next time, type of thing. I don't know if that's the vibe. That's the vibe I was getting. I'm like, I'm proud of you. You did a good job, because Trump's under a lot of pressure, and that's a good wingman right there.
Hey,
Go watch the end of it.
I saw Callie log on. Is she? Hey, Callie. Callie, good morning. Is it that time of the month for you?
Morning, Callie.
So Trump, there's two incidents with body language. First of all, when he starts getting into Zelensky, he kind of gives him not a shove, but he puts his hand on his shoulder and gives him a little nudge, like, hey, back off, right? That's a dominant alpha male thing right there, okay? And then on the reverse, the Vance giving Trump the pat on the shoulder, the arm of encouragement at the end of it. So those are two things that I noticed watching the body language. And also, the third thing just came to me is Zelensky's clearly on cocaine. You guys a lot of you haven't been around drugs, but you ask anybody who's done coke, and he's definitely doing some kind of drugs, and probably coke, because he's constantly messing with his nose. He's constantly sniffing. Just the way he's twitching and the way he's got all the signs of somebody who's on cocaine. And it wouldn't surprise me with all the pressure that's on him and all the money that he's not doing a shitload of coke. And there's a lot of people who do coke that you would never guess. I mean, people that you might even respect on the conservative and liberal side. Cocaine makes you, it adds confidence. It makes you feel like you can conquer the world. Problem is when you start coming down, right? And then you become addicted to that, that crutch, if you will. But he's definitely doing cocaine. I guarantee. And there's been all this, I don't know if you've been reading about this, but everybody's alleging that he's a cokehead. All the people that are in the know from Ukraine and are familiar with him. So, and watching that, I was like, go watch look at his nose, how he keeps touching his. You ever see anybody doing that? He's got all this, anyway, I'm repeating myself, but he's definitely a cokehead.
Did you notice
Good
it,
morning,
Carmen?
Bovine. Happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it? I'm sorry, that's a quote from Pulp Fiction.
Get her out of here. Get her out of here.
Get her out of here. Anyway, thank you, Kelly. So Friday was telling us about the meeting. Apparently, this is just a misunderstanding. It's a hormonal malfunction, if you will.
Wait,
Oh
I didn't hear
my
that
God.
part. Oh, I missed it. She said,
You know, I got to tell Classy. Look, Logan had his hand up because she wanted to hear everybody's comments. And she would jump everybody and say something right after. And it was his turn. And she went on about blood clots, it was just, what? So he types, I can't listen to this. He leaves. And then she's talking to him, and everybody's telling her he's gone. And she's like, what a pussy, what a sissy. And I'm like, I don't know if he'll be back. He was grossed out.
Men don't like hearing that stuff. I don't hear it from my daughter, my wife, nobody, sister, nobody. We don't want to hear that.
Well,
I wish I would have known this. I was just fighting with Logan since PM over Russia. I wish I would have right. Gotta go. Got a blood clot.
Well,
Yeah, man. Blood clot,
the
man.
thing that would bother me more than the descriptive details would be the fact that she uses it as an excuse to rationalize the fact that arguably her intent never was to close the room. She was bluffing.
Oh, man.
And I said,
don't want to hear all that crap. That's all they ever talk about is stupid stuff. The bunker. So we go like this and blah blah blah. That's like Apex. Okay. That's what I meant to pick up over there. That was cool. That was cool. We both said, "Watch out!" That was fun. Like that's like that was crazy. Was it this kill? No, not that one. Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't that one. It was, I believe, this one. That was intense. That was crazy. Alright, everybody, that's it for my stream. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each one of you. Until next time, this is Black Egg